dad was so tired. He had severe diarrhea and profuse vomiting. My mum was so worried about him, and so was I. I took my father to see a doctor. The doctor suspected that he had cholera.
Profuse vomiting, watery diarrhea and sunken eyes are typical symptoms of cholera. We have seen a number of cases of cholera in this area recently. Watery diarrhea and profuse vomiting result in severe dehydration and can lead to death if not treated promptly. So treatment should start immediately by taking oral rehydration salts to compensate for the rapid loss of bodily fluids and minerals. If your father is severely dehydrated, he'll need to go to the hospital to be given intravenous fluids. We need to take a stool culture to see if it is cholera. There's no need to worry. Cholera can be easily treated, but only when one seeks medical care quickly, as you did. Cholera is not an airborne disease. It cannot be transmitted through coughing or sneezing. The bacteria that causes cholera is found in the feces of infected people, and infection may be spread through flies contaminated with a patient's feces or leakage from sewage contaminated with the bacteria that infiltrates drinking water or contaminates food.
After learning more about cholera and how it spread, I decided to educate others about the disease and support them in their fight against cholera. My friends and I started a group in our neighbourhood to raise awareness of the disease and the ways to prevent it. Each of us has started by making sure that we have clean drinking water at home. We now boil water for 2 to 3 minutes before drinking it. Or sterilisation tablets can be added to water. You can pick these up free of charge from all health centres. Make sure you wash your hands with soap and clean water. You should wash all fruit and vegetables properly with safe, clean water before eating them, and peel them whenever possible. Serve and eat food hot, and keep it covered to protect it from flies. We made home visits to tell people how to prevent cholera, such as washing hands properly, especially after changing a baby's diapers, or while nursing a patient with symptoms of cholera. Keep cooked food separate from raw food, and don't drink unpasteurised milk. We intensified our efforts to make children aware of the importance of following simple precautions to avoid cholera. To wash their hands properly before eating and after using the bathroom. My friends and I are playing our part in the fight against cholera, and you can too.
It's wrong. But I just want, because you said I should go off and come back.
Yeah, but make sure they what?
We're back on.
Oh, we're back on. Okay. All right.
It's wrong. But I just want, because you said I should go off and come back.
Yeah, but make sure they what?
We're back on.
Oh, we're back on. Okay. All right.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen in Radio Land. This is Platform for Education. Welcome. Your host, Demon Spay. Please share the video. Please share the video. We are here for preventive measure. Our topic today is prevention. This is Platform for Education. Welcome. Your host, Demon Spay. Please share the video. Please share the video. We are going to be discussing what we call tonsil stone. We'll be discussing tonsil stone. Tonsil stone is what we are going to be discussing this morning. Tonsil stone. Okay? We are going to be discussing tonsil stone. So that you know. Platform for Education is on Liberian Radio and Television Network. Demon Spay is your host. So our discussion topic is tonsil stone. Share the video. Tonsil stone. Have you gone to the hospital and the doctor said, let me look at your mouth? Open your mouth, say I. They're looking at your tonsil. There's a stone that can form in that area. That's why we're going to discuss tonsil stone. Tonsil stone. We are discussing tonsil stone this morning. All right? Okay, let's get right back into our discussion. I want you to share the video. All right? This platform is for education. Whenever we come on this platform, we are going to give you an education on prevention of health. Most of the time, prevention of health. And any other thing we feel and find out that it's good to educate you on, we will educate you on that. If you are in the radio land and you want to contribute to what we are saying, please be free to do that. Okay? Later on, during the broadcast, we will put our phone number and you can call us, okay? You can call us right down there. So, we want you to share the video and see how many people come on watching you. Share the video, okay? Share the video for us. In a little minute, we will be coming on with a discussion. In a few seconds, we will be coming with a discussion. Share the video. Share the video. Share the video. Share the video. I'm sharing it as well. You know, we can't only have it for ourselves, we have to have it for everybody. Liberian Radio and Television Network is a community radio service. It's community video broadcasting service that we give to the community. You got a deaf news coming on, we got something, you having a party, you having a birthday, something good, something bad, you want other people to know, contact us. Liberian Radio and Television Network. Contact us. When you see this program, you will see a phone number. Always take that phone number so that you can contact us. You text us, you tell us what you want us to do. Okay? We will do that. Okay? So, contact us. Contact us. All right? You got a question? Write your question and talk to us about it. Okay? Okay? This is what we're going to be doing today. All right. For right now, we want you to share the video. While you're sharing the video, we will be taking a little break and we will come right back.
My dad was so tired. He had severe diarrhea and profuse vomiting. My mum was so worried about him, and so was I. I took my father to see a doctor. The doctor suspected that he had cholera.
Profuse vomiting, watery diarrhea and sunken eyes are typical symptoms of cholera. We have seen a number of cases of cholera in this area recently. Watery diarrhea and profuse vomiting result in severe dehydration and can lead to death if not treated promptly. So treatment should start immediately.
All right, we are right back. We are back. Welcome again to a platform for education. Liberian Radio and Television Network, based here in Pennsylvania, United States of America. Welcome. Our topic today is tonsil stone. Okay, it's tonsil stone. Let me see if I can put that on so that you see. Okay, you see that tonsil stone? You may not see if I had that on. So that's what we're discussing today, tonsil stone. Okay? We're saying that tonsil stone is a formation. Tonsil stone is a formation of a mass of what? Oral plot. You see, plot is when we eat, right after eating, we drink during the day, but at night, before we go to bed, let's try to brush our teeth and remove all the particles of food that we have accumulated during the day. Is on our teeth, is right at the gum, on our tongue, on the gum, on the teeth, and on the tongue. The particles those are the places food particles are always left after we finish eating. So at night, before we go to bed, we are supposed to brush our teeth and gargle with what we call Lrtn and go on to bed fresh. Got nothing left in your mouth. When you get up in the morning, you gargle again with another Lrtn, mouthwash. Let's say so, mouthwash. You gargle it, and put that down. Your mouth is clean. You go and have your breakfast. Go on and have your lunch. Go on through the day and have your dinner. All right? Went back again. When you're going back to bed, do the same thing. In the morning, do the same thing. All right? You may brush your teeth in the morning. Also, do the same thing. That's oral hygiene. Maintain oral hygiene. Let's say this step that we just repeated here, we did not do it. So those food particles will continue to accumulate. As time go on, they accumulate and then continue to form layers on our teeth, on the gum, at the back of our mouth. All right. So at the back of our mouth, all the way at the ending of the tongue, under there, more food particles that we've been eating and not brushing our teeth is being kept. It's being kept under the tongue at the back, nearer to the tonsil. So while you're eating and you're not brushing your teeth, you're going all by your business. Nothing is happening to you. But as these layers, these oral plaques continue to form and make over one another, layers over layers, layer over layers, what happens? Under there, under those layers, under those layers become a good medium, a good place for anaerobic bacteria, all right, to start producing bacteria all over the mouth already. The one that in the mouth, all the bacteria in the body, all over the body, we call that normal fluoride. Those are all normal fluoride. But they become hazard to you when you don't take care of that part of the body. So if this happens, you don't take care of the mouth. You continue to leave food that the bacteria will grow on. As a result, under those layers become a place that the bacteria will grow. Why? Because there are no air going inside there. It become a warm place, no air. All right? When that place is warm, bacteria start growing. They start growing. Now, tonsil stone is connected to what we call halitosis. You know, have you heard halitosis? Okay, that's a medical term for sting mouth. You know, somebody would talk, say, oh, that man, when he talk in front of you, he got sting mouth. His mouth is sting. I don't know. He don't brush his teeth. All right? So, that man, that person, when they're talking, the mouth, the breath smell very offensive. Very, very offensive. You would not want to talk to somebody like that all the time. Offensive. The smell that come out of that man's mouth is what we call Valentine sulfide, produced by the bacteria that have been forming under the layers of the plaques. You see? The layer that been forming, from that plaque formation, the oral plaque formation, that is those food substances that are left on your gum, on your teeth, is like a film. You can't look, it's just very thin. But as this thin film, this thin layer continue to pile up. You know, you can't see the teeth, it will not be white again. The teeth become to look brown color, time by time, it's going to become brown. When you go low, your tongue is becoming completely white instead of it becoming little reddish color. You can't see that because you have not been brushing your teeth. And even if you do brush your teeth, how do you brush your teeth? You brush your teeth, always have to go up and down. When you brush your teeth, go up and down. Don't always go this kind of horizontal sideways every now and then. You know, go up and down, vertical, go up and down. Okay? Don't always go this way all the time. It's sometimes good to go that way, but you must always do four corners. You go up and down, north and south. Then you go west and east and west. You know, that's how you brush your teeth. At the end of it, you go down, bring your tongue outside. Okay, you brush it from the top all the way at the back. Bring the toothbrush down. Brush it up. When the tongue is clean, you will see a little spatters of blood coming out, you think say, oh yeah, I heard. No, it's clean. All right, that will not be for long. It's just small. You see, that will show to you that that part of the tongue is clean. But if you don't do that, this layer will continue to form over one another, form over one another, form over one another. As a result, under those layers will form a place for a bacteria to grow. And when that bacteria grow, it produces what we call Valentine sulfide compound. This is what you smell, and all the layer will form together, make what we call tonsil stone. You see that? And that's the tonsil stone with all that bacteria under that layer. Inside that tonsil stone is way at the bottom of your tongue. Back. It's just sitting there. That stone sitting there. And that stone is sting because that's the place the bacteria is, and the bacteria is producing this compound of Valentine sulfide. And you smelling it. That's why this person's mouth is always smelling. Stink. It's always smelling stink. Sometimes when you continue to brush your teeth, you gargle. If that stone is there, it may come out. Because the more you gargle it, the water, the fluid go at the back of your tongue, and you gargle it like that. The water go under your tongue, and it usually come out. All right, but when you have developed what we call tonsil stone, these are some of the things that you will start experiencing. Sometimes you feel like when you're eating, it is hard to swallow, painful swallowing. Sometimes you say you got sore throat. Sometimes you say your ear is hurting. Think about that. And when you see that ear is hurting, older person every now and then think about ear hurting, or you like to say I got sore throat, this and that. Think about that. And then always hold your hand this way and put it over your mouth and breathe. Then you smell it. If that smell is not good, be thinking that you have developed tonsil stone. Be thinking that you have developed tonsil stone. The layer of food that we left in our mouth without brushing our teeth, day after day, day after day, day after day, without brushing our teeth, it accumulate, it fall into tonsil stone. In that tonsil stone, bacteria is there, and that's the good medium for them. They are there producing a compound we call Valentine sulfide, which is very offensive, that has a very offensive odor. And if it is in your mouth, no matter how well you brush your teeth, if you don't get that out from there, if it is not out of that mouth of yours, you will continue to have people run away from you when you're talking. Nobody want to come closer to you when you're talking. And something like that, you would think, oh yeah, because when you talk, you talk with strength. Your voice got power, so the people run away from you. No, it's because the breath that comes out of your mouth is offensive. All right, you always have to put two hands this way, as you see it on the screen. Two hands like that, okay, and breathe in your mouth, in your hand, and then you smell it. Once you know that happening, you have developed tonsil stone. When you hear people say, oh, that person is a person of halitosis in the hospital, okay, oh, he's halitosis. That guy's breath is halitosis. That means that guy's breath is smelling stink. Okay? So we gave that medical terminology. Okay? His breath is halitosis. All right? So this is what we call tonsil stone, and it is a formation of oral plot that had not been washed away for a long time. It has accumulated into a layer, and layer has accumulated into a mass. So that mass is now at the back of your throat. All right. Sometimes when you go to the hospital to do what we call physical examination, you speak in front of the doctor, and the doctor get to know that your mouth is smelling that way, he or she may be thinking of tonsil stone. So when you hear them saying, open your mouth, say, they want to look at your tonsil, they want to look at back there, because this mass is like a little how you call it, pea. You know, you say the peanuts or something like that. That's how it look like. It's way at the back, right under the tonsil. And when you say they will look at that and they will see it. All right? They will see it, and then they can remove it from there. It's just lodged there. But it's just that you don't brush your teeth. That's why it is always over there, and it's giving you offensive breath when you talk among people. They don't want to smell that, you know. Then it doesn't mean that tonsil stone is the only thing. Sometimes when we eat too much bread, we eat too much rice, or let's say we eat too much of carbohydrate. We eat too much carbohydrate. We become constipated. When you become constipated, you are impacted. All right, you can't go in the bathroom. All right, if you don't go in the bathroom, you will not pass gas, right? You will not pass gas from the rectum. So what you do, the gas come out. All right, it come out. Then you belch. So when you belch now, somebody smell. When you talk, somebody smell, it will be offensive. It will be smelling bad. Because whenever you are impacted, you can't pass gas. That whole rectum area is blocked. You can't pass gas. You can't even go in the toilet. That 2 weeks we're talking here. And you're just eating up. All right? Bacteria grow in the stool, and it produces the same sulfur. The same sulfur compound. You see the kind of thing? So we have to learn to take good care of ourselves. Go to the hospital. Check these things out. Drink a lot of water, so that when you eat, you got to go in the toilet. You got to pee. You got to go in the toilet. You don't eat every time bread. And the more you eating bread, you got all this sugar. It's just sitting inside your stomach. When you go low, your stomach start getting bigger. Is that some kind of good health? You see, and when your belly start getting bigger, your body surface is becoming bigger. It's becoming bigger than your pancreas or your beta cell will be able to secrete insulin to supply all this fat muscle you are growing. What insulin do you have, to open the cell to get sugar into your cells so that you have strength? Because you're just eating these carbohydrates, just eating all these starches, and it's just getting you bigger and bigger. Or sometimes you're just getting big, but when you go look at your blood, the amount of blood that you got is low. It's lower than the amount of body you got. You got a big body, but you don't have enough blood to supply oxygen, food, water to this big body. Here you're coming down with trouble again. Here we're coming down with some diabetes cases again. That means the pancreas is not, or beta cell is not secreting this insulin to give us what we call to allow these sugar to go into these cells. Limited amount of insulin. It will lead you to diabetes. All right? That problem right there. That's what we're talking about. When you are impacted, you can't go in the bathroom, you can't pass gas, That's why they can tell you that you pass gas. You see? It becomes hard. It becomes harder for you to pass gas. It becomes harder for you to go in the bathroom because you are impacted, you are constipated. Then the gas that you're supposed to be passing through that side, instead, it will come up. When you go low, you're belching. When you start belching, it will offensive smell. Okay? The smell, it will smell very bad. Alright? Smell very bad. When you are constipated, you get a steam halitosis, you get a steam mouth. When you have kidney stone, you will have this steam mouth. Alright? So be aware of being constipated, being aware of being accumulating plaque in your mouth, oral plaque. That means when you try to brush your teeth twice a day, in the morning, in the evening before you go to bed, in the morning before you eat, in the morning, in the evening before you go to bed. Try to do that. And use mouthwash or Lrtn. Use that. It will take good care of yourself. You know, because the entrance to your stomach is your mouth. If you don't take care of your mouth, your stomach will be hurting. Because what goes in your stomach comes from your mouth. Most of the time, it comes from your mouth before going to the stomach. All right? It comes from your mouth. So take good care of the mouth. All right? So our topic this morning has been tonsil stone is associated with steam mouth or halitosis. Okay? Tonsil stone is the formation of oral plaque. You don't brush your teeth from time to time. The plaque get on the gum, 1, 2, it get on the teeth, then 3, it get on the tongue. So when you're brushing your teeth, your tongue, brush those areas properly and flush it up with Lrtn or mouthwash. Okay? This is what we're talking about, preventive measure. At least, because if you don't do that, you know what the next thing you're going to have? Another one that can contribute to steam mouth is what? Those bacteria that are growing, that producing what we call volatile sulfur compound, do what? They do go in the teeth and break through the enamel. When they break through the enamel, the very top part of your teeth, then they go through the puff. That's where the nerve of the teeth is. That's what we call the puff. When they get in there, that's the time you feel that you got hole in your teeth. Ooh, having toothache, you will not sleep at night. And when you get hole in your teeth, it will sting the same old way. So you got to be brushing your teeth, And if you get hole in your teeth, what you got to do? You go back to the doctor. The dentist will look in that teeth and say there's a hole in there. He will drill in that hole in that teeth and then flush it out with some water and make sure that over there are no food particles, no dirt in that hole he drilled. Then he put a cement in there and cover it up. He filling. That's what we call filling. We fill in that. When we finish filling in that, you're all right. All right? You're all right. It will not hurt again. But as long as the hole has touched the puff, that's the nerve of the teeth, you got problem. You got problem. The bottom line is brushing teeth, oral hygiene should be perfect. When we have oral hygiene perfect, no constipation. That means we know what we eat, and when we eat, we have to drink a lot of water. Some people don't drink. The whole day, they don't drink. And when you don't drink, you're doing too much harm to your body, especially your internal organ, your kidney. Your kidney need to flush it out. It need to filter the blood and get water out. That's why you have to go in the bathroom to pee. But you don't drink a lot of water. Where the kidney get water from? the little water you got in your blood already, it will filter and the kidney will bring it right back. It will not allow you to go pee. You see? So eat, drink a lot of water. All right? This has been what we call platform for education on Liberian Radio and Television Network. Preventive measure is what we're telling you here. Prevention. The more you prevent these things, you know you live a longer life. You got sometimes you hear the people will say, children, obey your parent so that you have longer day ahead. The same thing go here. People learn to do preventive measures so that you will have longer day ahead. Okay? And you take a preventive measure, you live long. Okay? You take good care of your body, you take good care of your parts and everything. All right? So, for this, let us put our phone number here now and see whether or not we are able to get some phone call from you. All right? Let's do that. Let me take this off. Let me take that off. Okay, right here. Take that off. Good. And then put a phone number there. All right. There goes the phone number. In the radio land, you are there. You want to ice her. Okay. Get her a phone call. Okay, so that we understand. Especially the 215. The 215 number, call that number if you have a question, so we can discuss it. All right, we are discussing steam mouth. That what, in short, that what we call. Everybody try to talk about steam mouth, but the medical terminology is halitosis. Okay, steam mouth. It comes when you have hole in your teeth. Number one, and you have tonsil stone. Number two. If you have constipation, you are constipated for a longer time. Number three, they all contribute to steam mouth. All right? And you don't want to have steam mouth. That's a sign that you are having one of these things going on with you. Okay? You have that steam mouth, you should know that you're having problem with your ear, you're having sore throat and all that. Those are signs of tonsil stone. All right. So you see a friend who has constant steam mouth all the time. When they speak around you, the breath is, it's very offensive. You can't stand around. It's not the right thing to do. Okay. So you tell them this person had either he constipated. Sometimes you say, my man, when last you went in the bathroom, the toilet? My man, you got no hole in your teeth? My man, you like to say you're developing some kind of tonsil stone. You better go to the doctor. Go to the doctor to check on all these things. You see? Because you know that person got steam mouth. When it gets steam mouth, it comes from these three places. Okay? It will be due to one of these three places. All right? Or two. That's what it means. So, that's our topic this morning. Tonsil stone is closely connected with halitosis, steam mouth. Steam mouth that cannot go away. As long as that stone is there, the steam mouth will not go away. You got to remove that stone, that tonsil stone, for your mouth to smell like a baby. All right? You want your mouth to smell like a baby? Get rid of these things. Try to get what we call oral hygiene. Use a whole oral hygiene normally. All right? Brush your teeth in the morning, brush your teeth before you go to bed. Brush your teeth in the morning, brush your teeth before you go to bed. All right? You see, with me, I had one time, a hole in my teeth, and that was 1979. And when I was in school back home, from TNIMA back home, when I went for job training to Phoebe, and an Indian doctor, he's a dentist, he did that fill-in 1979. From that time up to this point, I never had any problem with that teeth up to this point. So I never come across anything like that with my mouth. All right. So brushing my teeth, I know I had to brush my teeth from east to west. I had to brush my teeth from north to south. The same way I would do with my gum. I brushed the top of my teeth, the inside of my teeth, both up and down. You see? But majority of all learn to just brush our teeth and keep rubbing it just like they woo, we finish. No. That's not brushing teeth. That's not brushing teeth. You just brushing your teeth from north, from east west. That's it. After that you're done. No, you gotta go northeast. You see, north south. You go from north to south, then you go from west to east. You do that. I leave for 5 minutes. Then you counter your tongue from the back, scrape it up with a toothbrush, clean. You see that? That's the way to take care of the teeth. That's the way to take care of the mouth. All right? Okay, now, if we have not had anybody to call out this morning, thank God that everybody is preventing and they are taking good care of their teeth and their mouth and their body as a whole. Until then, we will come back here on Friday. We'll be discussing Lassa fever. Lassa fever. We understand that is doing something back home. We'll be discussing Lassa fever. In fact, if any outbreak like we have now, an outbreak, international outbreak that we call the coronavirus. The coronavirus now is the international outbreak. If anybody in Liberia who will have that, what do you think Liberia going to do? You see, Liberia could have learned when we had that Ebola virus. During that Ebola virus, so much money was pumped into Liberia, and specifically to build what we call quarantine hospital. This is the type of hospital that we build. When we find out that there's an outbreak in a particular area, everybody in that area, we take them and put them in this particular hospital. All right, it's equipped with everything, preventive measure. People that work there, they will protect themselves before they take care of that patient. Money was given during the Ebola infection in Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. So much money was given, especially to Liberia, to build a quarantine hospital so that anytime in the future there's an outbreak of any disease, we will have to retain the people who are infected. We will have to retain them in the quarantine hospital. In that way, we retain the disease. We will not let the disease spread. We will not let it spread, because everybody that infected, we put them in the quarantine hospital. We treat them right there, so it will not spread all around. But unfortunately for us, what happened? That money for the quarantine hospital, we understand that the government divided to all the ministers, everybody else divided the money down to our president and our vice president. They all divided this quarantine hospital money. Other people came to this place and bought a whole lot of car. They're buying this car, they're buying this one, they're buying home all around here. They forgot about the quarantine hospital. You see that? Now, where we are, we're hearing that there's a Lassa fever outbreak back home. We're hearing now that there's a international outbreak, epidemic of this coronavirus. All right? If anybody in Liberia, what will you do? How will a health minister come back and tell anybody how to quarantine. You don't have a quarantine hospital. When they gave you the money to build that quarantine hospital, what did you do? You divided the money, put it right in your pocket. You see, this is what we're talking about health. People who are in front of government, people who say they are dead, oh, we for the Liberian people, we for these people, and we helping them, we build it. The important thing for the people, what the people need, they don't provide it. Even other people will help them and say, I'm giving you the money to provide the need for the people. The need for the people is to build a quarantine hospital. So in case there's an outbreak of any disease, you will have to save them. Take all the infected people, put them in that hospital because it's built with that particular purpose. Okay? So that we don't have disease spreading all over. Money is given. Government took the money and share it around. Everybody went and bought what they want to buy. And forget about the quarantine hospital. Did you provide a need for the people now? No, you didn't provide a need for the people. That's what happened to Liberian government from time to time. From Todman time up to this point. I keep telling you, the only thing to do in our country is to erase what we call unitary government. And whenever unitary government is there, they will never do anything for the benefit of the people in our country. I'm not even talking about the rural area. Liberia right now, when we talk about Liberia, we only talk about Monrovia. Don't think about any country. Because you go in the country, there are nothing there. There are nothing there. The people in the country are not even connected with the government in Monrovia. They are not. Because it's a unitary government. The only way those people in the interior will be connected if they had their own superintendent that they voted for. Then they will be connected to government. But other than that, please, no way. So if there's an outbreak of Lassa fever, the coronavirus is going around. We heard that they were asking how the legislature was requesting the health minister of Liberia to come and tell them what is the measure he or she putting in place to prevent the coronavirus from spreading. Why would that person tell you? In the first place, when they gave you the money, every one of you sitting there in the house of legislature, every one of you divided the money. Then you come in to ask somebody who is poor, trying to do their little work to get some money to feed their children. You're asking them how to combat coronavirus, what measure they're going to do. The measure that they gave you, the people left that way ahead and said there will be a time you will need to take this measure. We're giving you money to prepare. Did you prepare? You never prepared. You shook the money and came to America, bought a home and bought a car and carried back home. Today, now you are confronted with the same thing that the people were giving you the money for. Now the money, you use it. You never build the quarantine hospital. So no need to discuss that. Nobody have right to call that minister of health and tell them how to do it. If I were the minister, I would tell you, say, oh, the money came to build the quarantine hospital and order your share it. So what are you asking me? Ask yourself. That's what I would tell them. That's exactly what I would tell them. Okay? So that has been our topic today. Halitosis we are discussing. So Friday, hopefully, we'll discuss Lassa fever. Okay? Thank you. We had not had anybody calling us, so it was nice that we didn't have anybody calling us. Until then, we will see you and we will talk with you on Friday coming. Okay? Thank you. Bye.